Could the recent drone attacks from Iran on Israel be the spark that ignites a larger conflict? This question is finding a home in the minds of many as the world turns its watchful eyes towards the Middle East. The historical tension between these two nations is no secret. It is as ancient as the lands they occupy, as complex as the faiths that define them. And now, this new technology, invisible and deadly as a ghost, has entered the scene. The drone attacks are a chilling incarnation of a new era of warfare. They swoop down from the sky, silent as owls, bringing devastation wherever they strike. The ability to wage war from a distance, without risking the lives of soldiers, is a dangerous development. It allows the aggressor to attack without immediate consequence, emboldening them perhaps to become more reckless. This escalation is not just a concern for these two nations alone. It is a global worry. The world has already seen its fair share of wars, its landscape scarred and pocked with the remnants of battles fought long ago. There is a collective memory of pain and loss, a shared understanding of the cost of conflict. And so, the world watches, eyes wide with apprehension. No one wishes to see a repeat of the past. War is a monster that consumes all it touches, leaving behind a wasteland of broken lives and shattered dreams. The world knows this all too well. The scars of past conflicts still ache. The memories of lost lives still haunt. And so, when a new conflict threatens to ignite, the world does not take it lightly. The sparks of a potential conflict flicker ominously. They are fed by the winds of political unrest, the dry tinder of historical animosity between these two nations. It is a volatile mix, a dangerous combination that could explode into a larger flame if not carefully managed. We have seen the damage such a fire can do, the devastation it can cause. And what of Israel and Iran? They stand on the precipice of a conflict that could impact not just their nations, but the entire world. The stakes are high, the tension palpably thick. It is a complex dance of diplomacy and military strategy, a tenuous balance of power that could easily tip into chaos. We look to our leaders, hoping for wisdom, for restraint. It is a hope that is shared by billions across the globe. For war is not a game to be played lightly. It is a deadly gamble, a dance with death itself. It is a path that, once tread, cannot be easily reversed. Yet amidst the tension and the worry, there is hope. Hope that cooler heads will prevail, that a peaceful resolution can be found. Hope that the world will not be plunged into another conflict, that the lives of the innocent will not be lost in vain. The world watches in apprehension as the situation unfolds. The world watches and waits and hopes. The world watches because it knows that this is not just a tale of two nations. It is a narrative of humanity itself, a story that has been written and rewritten countless times across the ages. Could the recent drone attacks from Iran on Israel be the spark that ignites a larger conflict? The world watches in apprehension as the situation unfolds. To understand the gravity of this situation, we must first trace back the steps that led us here. In the late 40s, the establishment of Israel stirred tensions in the Middle East. Iran, initially neutral, started shifting its stance from the 60s onwards. Fast forward to the late 20th century, the animosity between the two nations had grown, fueled by deep-seated ideological differences and geopolitical interests. In the new millennium, the conflict took a dangerous turn. Iran's pursuit of nuclear capabilities and Israel's alleged covert operations against it added a new layer of complexity to the strife. Then came April 1st, 2024, a day that saw Israel striking an Iranian consulate in Damascus, Syria. This action sparked an escalation that led to the recent drone attack by Iran. This cycle of hostility and retaliation has now reached a critical point, with the potential to destabilize not just the Middle East, but the global geopolitical landscape. As we grapple with these daunting circumstances, it's crucial to remember the importance of staying informed. Information is not just power, it's a tool for understanding, empathy, and ultimately peace. Encourage open dialogues about these issues in your communities. Challenge assumptions and seek to understand different perspectives. And above all, remember the human cost of conflict. In these turbulent times, we must remember that peace is not just the absence of conflict, it's a conscious, collective effort. So continue to educate yourself and others about the complexities of these issues. Advocate for peaceful resolutions and diplomatic discussions. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about Iran and Israel. It's about humanity's shared desire for peace and stability, and the collective steps we can take to achieve it.